Mike Perlack, Michael and Michelle Perlack here to entertain you with the help of Chicane and Bryan Adams.
Don't give it up.
Don't give up. Gotta do what you gonna do. Don't give up. No, it's true. Gotta do what you gotta do. So far up to this point, you've only seen video footage of Michelle 20 or so years ago, but that's my sister Michelle back there. Say hello, Michelle.
Hi.
It's Friday night. You just got off work after working a couple of 12-hour shifts earlier this week. And we're going to go get something to eat from Taco Bell. And I figured we'll do a video together, her and I, because I often talk about the 6 years of emotional and psychological imprisonment that we lived in childhood, but the aftermath of those years was a little bit different for Michelle than it was for myself, right?
Yeah.
Unlike myself, where I got to go live with our mother and our grandparents, her mother and father, when I was 13, Michelle and Shannon, who has been on my channel in past videos, both lived several more years in foster care, right?
Yeah.
So just to give you a perspective on that. But I think what I'll probably end up doing is swinging over here by you once in a while and making a video just to get your perspective, you know what I mean? Because well, one thing, I don't know if you and I ever talked openly about this or not, but without mentioning names, because we want to avoid, mentioning names, kind of like, do like Dragnet, change the names to protect the innocent. So if you're ever talking about like certain people from our past, like, foster parents or whatever, just change the names to protect the innocents. You know what I mean? Like Dragnet.
Yeah.
But anyways, so yeah, I went to live with our mother and her parents, whereas you and Shannon were still living in foster care for several more years. You until you graduated high school, and then Shannon a little bit before she graduated high school. But I remember our mother, and this is not bad-mouthing her in any way, shape, or form. One of her arguments she would always have in regards to that, why she only wanted to have me live with her, as opposed to all three of us at once. And her argument was always, we don't know each other's personalities. We have to know each other's personalities before we live together. Which makes sense, if you're talking about a significant other, but not know much your child. But then our mother never was and never claimed to be, the ideal mother, right?
Yeah.
We can agree with that, right? I think that's been established already on my channel. But it's the first time doing it, so I can get us both in view of the camera. 90% of the time I'm on my own when I'm driving in here, so I always got crap on the passenger side seat. But anywho, so yeah, whereas I got to live with our mother and her mother and father, our grandparents, when I was about 13, you and Shannon would go on for several more years to live in foster care. And in that time, I remember we would still have visitations, and that's how we would make these tapes. audio tapes going back to 92, 91. And later, when I had a job and could afford to buy a camcorder, we'd have switch over to video. But a lot of it, especially in the beginning with the audio tapes, was a lot of us just blowing off steam over, I think that's why you and me saw eye to eye when it came to the whole making fun of Paulie on whether it was the audio tapes or the video, right? I think because you and I remember those 6 years, unlike Shannon, who does not remember those 6 years. So I think you and I saw eye to eye with that. And that's why you and I kind of clicked with the whole bonding through making fun of our father, Paulie. This should be good. This should, anybody who's watching my stuff should find this mildly interesting anyways. But as soon as we get there, I'll park, and then we can talk a little more, and then we'll go get the food. But we can, in the future, do this, and we could also talk about fun stuff too, movies we're into. You know what I mean? But I haven't been up this way in a while. I didn't realize. I guess Taco Bell is a little farther down than I thought. Or did I pass it?
No, you didn't.
Okay.
There it is.
Ah, here we go. Alrighty. I'll find a shaded spot to park. And we'll finish this video. And then we'll go get our dinner. Ah, there we go. Beautiful. Yeah, you might need to lean over a little bit. Or maybe I can tilt the camera over a little bit. So in the future, on occasion, I'll probably come from work. So I'm not backtracking, because that costs me more money. Got to conserve here, you know what I mean? I am fast becoming quite the conservative, actually. And I think this will give the audience even more depth and dimension into telling our story. You know what I mean? Especially if I share more and more video footage, because a lot of that stuff is not going to make sense to a perspective or to a would-be audience unless we make videos together to give a little bit of background, of our experiences. Because like I've told you before, only you and I know what went on in that house day in and day out for those 6 years. Correct? Yeah. Yep. I think I probably came to terms and dealt with it a little better, maybe, than you. But I think that's because when I got to live with our mother, I was pretty much left to my own vices. I got myself up for school. If I didn't want to go to school, I wouldn't go that day. My high school was very, very lenient on attendance. You could take a day off and no questions asked, up to 7 days, as long as you kept up with the homework. 7 days, not per year, per semester. Very lenient high school on attendance.
What's the
Wait. Westosha what?
Where I was Stosha.
Yeah.
At a flight there.
Yeah.
They're strict on you being there.
Okay.
If you're sick, your parent had to call in and write a note both.
Right. Yeah, that's the high school that I would have gone to had the authorities not have to intervene in the actions of her father. I shared a little bit about that on a past video, but we'll be sharing more. In addition to the other stuff I have planned for this channel. Yep. All right. Well, I did my stock up shopping the other day. That's why I got the monsters in the back there. The 3 non-calorie flavors I like: the white, the orange, and the green. I got tired. I brought everything in the house and I forgot about those. I was like, well, those could stay in the car till tomorrow. After working 12-hour shifts. And I had a dentist appointment, so I'm still dealing with a drilled cavity. Ow. All right. I guess we'll sign off for now. What do you think?
Yeah.
Maybe we'll make a video later on today and talk about maybe some fun stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
All right. Let's go get some dinner.